Today we went to Chula Seafood over in Scottsdale, and this is a seafood market and restaurant. Not a sit-down fine dining restaurant by any means, more of like a casual sit-down. Almost felt like we were on the wharf. It had a really cool feel to it. Felt like you were actually like kind of in California for a second. And the tuna we picked up some ahi tuna. The seafood there looked really good. A little pricey because of the market price for really good ahi and fish right now, but definitely worth the trip there for sure. Now we got some tuna steaks. I'll show you these steaks here. These beautiful ahi tuna steaks. They're a little on the thin side for me. I prefer a thicker block cut when I'm doing a seared ahi, which is what we're gonna do today, seared ahi tuna. And we're gonna do a seared ahi tuna. We're gonna crust that in some sesame seeds, very classic preparation. We're gonna do some zoodles, some zucchini noodles, probably marinated in our Leche de Tigre, or tiger sauce that I call it. It's a sauce that we would use for the base of a ceviche or something of that nature. It has the same ingredients as Leche de Tigre, so I call it tiger sauce. Real quick for your zoodles. When you do your zoodles, you're gonna end up with this. You should end up with this. If you don't, you're taking it down too far. With the zoodles, you wanna go right to where you start to see seeds. Your zoodles will fall apart if you go any further than that. You wanna save this for soups and sauces and things of that nature. You don't wanna put that into your zoodles because they'll just break apart and become mushy. You want really the outside of the zucchini, not the center. Okay, now we're gonna crust our tuna up here. I have some sesame seeds that I've soaked in water. That helps with the sticking, believe it or not. And we're gonna sear this, so you don't wanna burn the sesame seeds. I'm just gonna spread these out here. They've soaked up majority of the water, so I don't have to drain them, which is really good actually for us. Spread this out here. Take our tuna, so it sides first. See how it's sticking very nicely. Doesn't have to be uber crusted, but you definitely want it to be form a nice crust on it. So we got some sesame seeds here. We're gonna have a little more sesame seeds, and then some sugar. And we're gonna mix this around. I'm gonna get this onto the stove, and then we'll start caramelizing the sugar and the sesame seeds very low. Okay, so we have a hot pan here with some sesame oil. We're gonna take our zoodles here and get them in the pan and saute these up just till they're tender, just a little bit. till they're all tender and nice. We don't want to overcook these. I still want some little texture to them. And when you overcook zucchini, it loses that beautiful sweetness it has when it's fresh. So about 5 minutes on these, maybe a little bit less. Okay. It's been about 2 to 3 minutes. Season this up with a little salt and pepper. Doesn't need much more than that. We're gonna have a little bit of lemon zest. We're back on for a second. Okay, this is as far as you want to take it. That's it. Stop the cooking completely at this point. We want to get this into a vessel that's going to cool down in. Okay, so now we have our zucchini in another container. What we need to do is take the zucchini. We need to stop the cooking process. Now this sauce is cold. So pour this over. Okay, just mix that gently. I'm gonna get this into the fridge and let this continue to cool down. Sesame here with the sugar, just toast it up lightly. Now I'm going to add some water, about 2 ounces of water. Okay, that's what it should look like. And then we're gonna let the water evaporate and recrystallize that sugar. And it's gonna start to caramelize, creating our sesame brittle. Okay, so our sesame brittle is almost there. We are going to turn this into a honeycomb sesame brittle. Almost there. So we just want it to caramelize a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take this spoon I have here I have lime zest, a little bit of chili flakes, and baking soda. That's gonna be our big important thing here, baking soda, and a steel pan. Very, very important. So we'll put this back on. Okay, our sesame has taken on an amber color now. I'm going to add the spoon I had, stir it up. As you can see, it's going to start to foam. See that foaming? That is an exothermic reaction that's happening right now. And we want to get this now onto our silpat and let it do its thing. So what I've done to give this a nice little kind of bark design, so I've taken a silpat like this that has a tree bark pattern and just pressed it in as it was cooling. And it's gonna give us that nice bark design that we're looking for. Bark design, that's cool. I have some rice here with lemon, garlic, chicken stock, salt and pepper, and a tiny bit of ginger. And we're going to fry this rice up and add a tiny bit of edamame at the end for a little bit of pop and color. Okay, so now we've got our sesame brittle here all cool. Look at this. That side, a nice pane of glass, beautiful. So what I really want to do is just randomly break this into pieces. Really, really good. Okay, so now we've got our rice here. We've got a little bit of crispy bits we built up in the pan. Just gonna add our edamame. Just gonna brighten it up, give it a little bit of pop and some richness, a little sweetness to it. Gonna be really good. So we have a piece here that I've done previously so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Hold this up. Sesame seeds are on there, caramelized, toasted, not burnt, not burnt. I'm gonna put this to the side. Really, really hot, not too hot. Just like that. You go too hot, you're gonna burn the tuna or burn the sesame seeds. I'm gonna do about 45 seconds to 1 minute on each side. Okay, so it's been about 45 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna go under with a spatula. A little like that. Go back on. And there we are. Some nicely crusted sesame tuna. Hey everybody, welcome back. Finally dinner time, and we got to enjoy our tuna we got today from Chula. We went to Chula. It's a seafood market and I would say restaurant. Very low seating. They're based in San Diego, so they have a California vibe to the place as well. When you walk in, you can get beer and shucked oysters. Just sit down and have them. They have local beers from California and mixed drinks, margaritas. I would say it's like, what, about 20 seats, you think, huh? 20 seats?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 30 at the most. Very small place, but they have some pretty good quality seafood. That we picked up the tuna steaks today, ahi tuna. The price was a lot, but that's because that's the price of everything right now, so we're just gonna ignore that. For reference, it was $32.92 a pound. We got 3 steaks. You can do the math there. The steaks are about 6 to 7 ounces, so maybe a pound total. Yeah, it's pricey, but good. So we got the lobster roll as well. Every Sunday they have lobster rolls. It said contains bacon. Looking at it, it's like slab bacon almost, very thick cut. Now, we're from the East Coast, and I don't know, I'm kind of a purist when it comes to a lobster roll. I kind of think you are too when it comes to that. There's tomato on this, and celery, and dill. It looks like some Old Bay, and there's a little like salad with it, which looks kind of good, but the salad has like peaches and carrots and some nuts in it. But the lobster roll, I mean, there's tomato in it. I have a little bit of a problem with that. And like, I know chefs always want to be different and do different things. Now I'm hoping that this is good. It doesn't take over the lobster, but like, why would you put tomato on a lobster roll? Dude, I just like the people from Chicago with a tomato on the hot dog. No. Put it on your salad. Okay? When it comes to lobster roll, don't do that. So, let's try the lobster roll. Let's see here. One looks pretty good. delicious shot. Okay, so overall, the bun is good. There's lobster in here, texture-wise. I can't taste any of it. Like, I didn't think you'd be able to cover up the lobster, but
That's upsetting.
yeah. Yeah, I taste lemon and dill and the celery, the tomato, and the Old Bay on here, and the bacon. The only thing the lobster's giving us is texture.
That's very upsetting.
This is very upsetting because this is market price for this too, so it's pretty pricey. And there's maybe half a pound of meat on here, not even. That's very depressing. Please don't do this when you have lobster rolls. One more bite for good measure.
It's like all bread.
Yeah. We're barely getting lobster in here. I know times are tough, but come on now. For the price to charge, you can put a little more on here. And please stop putting all this stuff on it. It does not need that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because lobsters take a long time to come to adulthood where they're harvested. When something takes that long to grow and then you're going to kill it, don't disrespect it by putting so much on it that you can't actually taste it. So, the poke bowl is good. The tuna is really fresh quality. It like melts like when we had it in San Diego. I don't even want to try a piece, but it was really good tuna. Not too heavy in the sesame, which is nice. Needs a sauce though. This definitely needs like a sauce. There's not a lot of flavor besides what is actually in here. Tiger sauce. Overall, I mean, they're pretty expensive, but that's due to just the stuff that they sell. They have quality ingredients for sure, and I definitely would recommend you go there. Really good stuff. I didn't have an opportunity to try the oysters. I'm gonna do that the next time I go for sure. Go in there and just get them chucked fresh and have a beer. Definitely recommend. Fix this lobster roll though. Stop that. Don't ruin the seafood. So I definitely recommend you check out Chula Seafood in Scottsdale. Freya seems to like it too. Say hello. Hey, hello. Good girl. Check it out, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.